Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? So, tonight I'm feeling highly motivated. Highly motivated. And as you see, we got everything done here on the motor, aside from plugs and stuff like that. I'm going to do that in the car just because I don't want to risk breaking one of my good plugs, putting it in or taking the motor out. But we got everything we need to put this bitch in and get it running. So if I'm as motivated as I think I am, we might hear this bitch crank up tonight. Stay tuned. Let's fucking get it. All right, so Alex isn't here yet. So I'm going to give you guys a quick overview. I changed my slave cylinder out. It actually required me to take the whole fucking bell housing off. And that kind of, well, it didn't suck. It's just 4 bolts. But, I mean, it was just stupid. So, yeah. And then I got my flywheel here. I'm going to get my flywheel on this. And then my clutch and all that. I'm going to throw that on here. And hopefully have it ready to go on the cradle by the time Alex gets here. Depending on... that might be him outside, so probably fucking not. But that's step one. We're going to get all that done. And I will catch up with you guys when I get the trans and motor put together correctly. I might show you guys something with the flywheel bolts, though, as far as 3800s, because I'm very, very, very particular about using OEM bolts on the flywheel on these cars because... well, any car really, because the last thing you need is a fucking flywheel bolt breaking and wreaking havoc. I've had it happen on my Turbo 3.8 Fiero that I had multiple times. Excuse me. Had it happen on that car multiple times, and I just don't want it to happen to anybody else. So if you can find them, dealers still have them here and there. This is your part number, actually. And I'll put that in the description as well. They come in packs of 5. I actually have another pack over there. So 5, 5, 10. So I got 4. So if I buy 2 more, depending on how many times I have to change it, I'm going to have another set just sitting around. Because you got to replace them. They're torque bolts. You got to replace them every single time you loosen them up. So yeah, just peace of mind. Let you guys know. I didn't even check these to see if any of these were loose. Oh, they actually held. That's surprising. No, it's not. I'm awesome. It's not surprising. All right, I'll catch back up with you guys in just a moment. And we are back. I told y'all I wasn't fucking around tonight. Got my motor on the cradle, bolted down. So that's pretty cool. I'm about to put the flywheel and clutch and all that fun stuff on. And then the trans is going on. And then I have to clean under the car because there's a bunch of... kitty litter here, and then just oil and all that. I want to clean that up real nice before I get in there. And if you guys don't notice, it's actually a lot quieter in the garage tonight because I didn't have to get the heater on. So yeah, we had a pretty decent day out today, and it's nice to work in the garage and not be able to see my breath. It's pretty nice. So I'm about to get the flywheel on, and then after that, the clutch, the trans, all that stuff, I'll show you guys how to get all that lined up because there is an offset hole on the 3800 cranks. So I'll show you guys that, and then yeah, let's get some progress going. Let's get this car in the let's get this engine, driveline, all that, whatever you want to fuck call it, in the car tonight. Let's fucking get it, y'all. So this was my first go at putting the flywheel on. I didn't even attempt to line it up, but as you guys see, it's not where it needs to be right now. Even if you rock it a little bit. The offset hole, this one here. You see that? I have to figure out which way it goes. I think I just have to clock it to the right one though. Give me 1 second. So as you guys see here, I got this lined up. This is your oblong offset hole. Best way to know where that goes. Hopefully I can do this with one hand. Probably gonna drop my flywheel, but to the left of it. Okay. You got these 2 holes here in the crank. That offset hole goes to the right of one of the larger bores here. So you get 2 shots at it. It's either going to be here or here. So, I'm sorry, it's either going to be here or here. It's going to be to the right of one of these holes. That's your best way to go. Figure out where you want to line up your flywheel. That's how I do it. So there you go. I'm about to put this flywheel back on. Almost dropped it and fucked it up. So let me get that on. I always like to use a little bit of red Loctite, just because I've had that instance where the bolt's backed out. So I'm going to use some red Loctite and then torque all those down. I can't remember the foot-pounds, the torque spec on them. I'm going to look that up, but there is a torque spec on them, obviously, because it's a flywheel. So I'm going to look that up, torque them to spec, and then put the clutch and all that good stuff on. And then it's going to be trans time. Stay tuned. What's going on? Mr. Redenbacher back again. And I got the flywheel on. I discovered that it is 11 foot-pounds plus 50 degrees. Now, my, Alex's torque wrench doesn't show in degrees, but 45 is a quarter turn. So I just did like a cunt hair past a quarter turn and figured that'd be good. I mean, you can't really have it too tight if you're not pulling threads out. So that plus the Loctite, I'm not really concerned. The torque spec for the GM bolts, which is what I'm using, is 11 foot-pounds and 50 degrees. So I'm at least that. If it's a little bit more, then so be it. So now I'm about to install my pilot bushing, which goes in here for the input shaft to ride on. And then I'm going to install the clutch, flywheel, and transmission. So I will see you guys in a second, probably when it's time to make the transmission after I get the clutch on. Let's get it. What's going on, folks? I got my clutch and all that stuff on and lined up, so that's ready to go. I'm about to get that trans over here and bolt it down to the motor, and I'm gonna leave the stand under it. That way it's easy to move everything. I am going to need to throw this cradle onto my wheel dollies here, because it doesn't fit the way it is right now up under the motor, up under the car, because it sits really far back under the chassis of the Camaro. So I'm about to lower that transmission down on the trans jack, line it up, get it on there, and bolt it up. So making some good progress. I haven't stopped moving yet, so that's good. Let's get it, motherfuckers. Alright, here's my transmission. I just wanted to show you guys my cool transmission jack trick here.
Yeah, we found the switch outside the garage, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just sitting outside. It looks about right.
Traditional Alex burp.
I get so tired of that. I've had so many people complain to me about you burping on camera.
Really?
Yes, really. It's just, people don't like hearing that shit. They got headphones and then random burp in their ear.
My bad, people. I'm gonna keep doing it though, just to let you know.
I'm gonna need a new cameraman. How am I gonna turn this?
Is that bushing already in there?
Yeah. That's the issue. Alright, we'll be back in a second, guys. I want to get this on here. I don't want to have you guys watching me fight this for who knows how long this is going to take. The bushing's just a tad chewed up from me tapping it in there, so.